And we're rolling.
We're always rolling. Life is always rolling.
Welcome back
Yes, welcome back
to our talks.
to our talks.
I'm gonna get my shoes off.
Well, please get comfy.
Come here with you, okay?
Oh, please.
I'm gonna sit like this.
I love this.
I feel really good today. The sun's shining.
You feel good?
Yeah.
Tell me about your life.
No. Let's dive. Let's go with you. What's going on?
How come you always put it back?
I always divert.
No, maybe not. Maybe. Today I woke up on a strange bedside.
Okay. How so?
Well, I woke up at 4:30.
Okay. That's an early wake up.
Yeah. Well, this is my cat. Blue, do you want to come say hello? She's camera shy. She's getting lots of modeling contracts all around Paris. Anyways, so she works more than me. So I woke up and I was kind of, So I went and I did a meditation.
Okay.
I meditated and I wrote a screenplay. And then what happened was I still felt well.
Okay.
And I was still a little irritated. So I became the watcher. And I made sure that I understand the mood is not me. The mood is something inside of me. But the mood doesn't control me. So even though I feel this way, I don't allow it to extend itself in all realms and manifest into a bigger energy of that sort. It still exists. It's starting to disappear slowly. But it's just a mood. And I understand that I am not my mood. It's just something the inner being is going through.
Okay, so
Now
you were aware. No, but let's I'm interested. You were aware.
Okay.
So then that awareness, how did that, were you able to shift out of that then?
Far better than what I was.
Okay.
Because remember we had this conversation once too, I said, it's the consciousness, it's being the watcher inside that it's not putting on this fake phony face out of being like, oh my god, I'm so happy and yeah! Right? From all of a sudden, I'm going to kill you, right? It's not this extreme.
Yes,
I have the ups and the downs too, but I'm trying to, because if we're not centered inside, how can we be conscious in making healthy choices? That's why you see society or this illusion of why the world is disruptive and running on the frequency that it is because everybody is off their center.
Right.
So I understand, even though my center's a little irritated, it's okay. My center's still okay. It's not going to extremes for no odd reason. But I also let the energy run its course through me, otherwise I'm suppressing it. And I don't want to suppress anything. Okay, so enough about me.
No, we love.
No, it's you say we.
You. Yeah, we, the viewers. It's a very I don't know.
Well, how are you when you have a mood?
Oh God. Okay. My goal is to go that route and be able to catch it, and then switch to the observer, and then allow those feelings to flow through and feel into them, and then dispose them and be done with it and carry on. But to get there is sometimes very difficult.
Why?
Because I think the ego gets in the way every single time, and just being caught up in the external and the ego combined is freaking. It is a battle to win.
Yeah, it is a battle.
Right? And it's it's always the same battle, and I feel correct. I don't want to speak on your behalf, but I feel you're in a place where you recognize the battle a lot quicker than most individuals, and you're able to make that switch.
Because I'm not battling myself anymore, I realized. Most people are battling themselves, and they're battling the world.
True. But do you think it's it's kind of like an exercise where the more you do it, the more repetitions, the stronger that ability is? I want to say pump. Pumping.
Yeah. I would love to see you pumping. I don't think you've ever pumped in your life.
Have you? Okay,
like a supermodel body.
I used to
she's
weightlift. I'm this weightlifter.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Like I think it's, yeah, I think it's just an every. Okay, it's like that little voice inside your head that says you can't, or you don't want to. But like it's just your voice, and you're battling that voice. Like in the morning, I'm not a morning person. I'm jumping from idea to idea right now. By the
You're
way.
not oh, I'm ecstatic in the morning.
I hate mornings.
Why?
Every single morning. It is like it is such a challenge for me to get out of bed.
How are your days even good then?
Well, like I look forward to the day, even when something's exciting planned, like something exciting is happening that day.
Yeah.
I still find it very difficult to actually like get out of bed. When I'm out of bed, then I'm awake and then I'm ready to go and I've got like my pep in my step and I'm like good to go. But when I'm like in bed and I open my eyes and I'm like, oh my god, I have to start my day, that voice inside my head every single morning, no matter what mood I wake up to, it is, I want to stay in bed and sleep.
That means that you're not living the life you're supposed to be living. You're not living your life of purpose.
No.
Yeah.
So my whole life I have not been living my life of purpose.
Don't worry, most people come back here hundreds of times. You're just on this one and still young, so you can change it. Well, yeah,
so you think I'm
about
gonna come back?
Well,
To
yeah,
this
of course.
part?
Yeah,
To
you
this
are.
part?
Yeah, I hate to say you are.
Shit. Sorry.
I wonder how many people right now are like so excited, like, yes, bring me back to Earth. Actually, I really love Earth. To tell you the
I just want to go home.
and not around the block.
Oh man. No, I'm very grateful for this human experience. But man, can we talk about that?
Yeah, you want to go to other planets?
Yeah.
So tell me what you feel about other planets.
Well, like, okay, I haven't done much research into this, but the feeling that I get is there's other dimensions.
For sure. Okay, so we're talking about other lifetimes, planets, energies.
Yeah. Okay, so what was I saying? How I feel about it, I haven't done much research into it, but yeah, dimensions, other dimensions.
Well, they say we're going into 5D.
Okay. See, I don't know what that quite means. Maybe you can educate me and viewers.
Well, it's like a shift of consciousness. So right now we live very in the material, and we're very attached to these bodies. We're attached to a societal energy of a construct that's here. Everything is pretty laid out. People respond in specific ways. We live in a lot of fear and anxiety. There's a lot of blockages from natural things because...
Definition of me.
No, it's not you. I keep telling you. You're above this. You're beyond this.
Okay, thank you.
You tell them that was 2010, okay? So what happens is actually when Jesus actually went to India, they took this out of the Bible, okay?
Okay.
So 14 years of the Bible, when Jesus went to India to learn yoga, has been taken out of the Bible. This is going to transition into back what we're talking about, 3D, 5D, all these days, okay?
Okay.
It was taken out of the Bible because in the Vatican right now, there's all these sacred scriptures from the actual Bible, but they are nothing like what is being spoken in the Testaments right now.
Okay.
Such as when Jesus went to Ladakh in India and all these things, he started taking on practices from the Bhagavad Gita and all this, and he became a vegetarian. He started doing yoga. You see him actually depicted with wild animals, so opposite of how he is depicted here as this suffering, frail. I don't even know, no offense, like I'm all for all religions, but the way they depicted Jesus on this side of the planet is very strange. Anyways.
So, is this depiction of Jesus the norm for...
Trapping you in 3D.
Okay, but where did this descriptive come from that you're describing?
Oh, it's in the text. He has a tombstone in Kashmir.
Okay.
There's a tomb of him and Moses in India.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm trying to say to you is how is society or the universe built? It's built on a construct.
Yeah.
You give people ideologies, patterns, programmings, and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
The truth, which will set you free, is knowing thyself. And the old scriptures of all the time had these things in them, and they've been taken away from man. Because man has God living inside of him. Man is God.
Right.
So woman, man, whatever energy you want to say, I'm just using that as just a phrase, okay? So this 3D thing with all of the religions, all of the societal programmings, all of these things keep you in this frequency of fear. Instead of responding, we react. We doubt ourselves. We have a lack of connection to self. We have a lack of connection to nature. We have a lack of connection to consciousness.
Yeah.
Whereas 5D is a higher ascension. So fears drop, doubts drop, the knowing of self comes. We start to understand, why are we here on this planet? There's something here that means more than just us. We start to actually take care of things. We celebrate those things that should be taken care of.
Yeah.
It's a totally different universe.
Okay. I love that.
Are you coming on 5D?
I'm gonna come on the ride, man.
But you notice a difference even in yourself. Like, okay,
Yeah.
let's use this instance.
Okay.
Remember when first COVID first came and you had a little bit of an anxiety moment?
I did, yes.
And do you remember when we sat in the grass down by the dikes over there?
Yes.
Okay, you haven't had one of those in a long time.
True.
To that level.
That's very true.
Uh-huh. I know you haven't.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
see how things have been starting to shift?
Yeah. Okay, I hear you. Yeah.
And that was your norm. That was
That
your
was my norm. Yeah.
And it's slowly sliding.
Yeah.
And it's not just you doing the work, which is very important and has to be done in order to go to this energy frequency,
Yeah.
but it's something around you that's changing it too. It's a consciousness.
Yeah. Even the people that are in my life, or people that exited my life.
They never exit, they're always there.
Okay, well they're always there. But you know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So going back to 5D, okay, dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, here's something.
Mm.
And have you ever read, I guess, the work of Gary Zukav?
No, but tell me something.
Okay, so
Yes.
one of the things that he explains, a fascinating book, Seed of the Soul. Have you ever read that? No.
You mentioned this.
Seed of the Soul, one of my favorite books. I want to reread it now, now that I'm bringing it up. But he describes okay, oneness, obviously, and then your soul, there's fragments of your soul experiencing different dimensions simultaneously.
Uh-huh.
So this is what I feel is happening when you speak about different planets. Maybe for me it's not planets, but it's different dimensions.
Oh, this happens all the time too, multidimensional living. Yes, I live this every day on Earth. Okay.
On Earth? Or
Yeah, on Earth.
So interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so fascinated about this stuff.
But you live it too.
Yeah.
You're just not conscious yet to the degree of what you live in it.
How do you tap into it?
So the more you clear trauma, negativities, fears, doubts, worries, the more your vessel becomes a blank canvas.
Mm.
When you become a blank canvas, anything can start to enter you, and you can start channeling because you can absorb things like a sponge. It's like a sponge, imagine. Once the sponge is totally soaked, you can't really do much with it.
Right.
But if the sponge is down and you keep on adding a little bit of water, well, more and more things can add till it's totally full.
Right.
Okay, so this goes back to my thought. So when you live in multi-dimensional energies, because this energy even too, there's not this 3D, this 5D, there's so many Ds. I don't even play into that too because this is just wording too. There's so many dimensions of energy because there's so many different frequencies living on this planet that are visible and invisible.
Right.
And then things that come from certain civilizations. There's also cosmic points of energy in the universe that are super strong energy points that if you go to in the universe, they just activate you.
Mm.
So you can start to actually encounter these things. The more pure you become, the more connected to the divine you become, what happens is things feel like they're able to enter through you because they enter through you and go through you.
Right.
So you don't hold. So all these new experiences, ideas, feelings, expressions can run through you because you're like a blank canvas.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't know if we touched this in this conversation, but in another conversation,
Okay.
you mentioned that you have experienced other planets.
Yes.
Can you like describe those other planets?
Well, I'll tell you something interesting before I launch into this. So my father right now in India, right?
Yeah.
He has these really amazing friends that are Gujars. And Gujars generally are people that live in mud huts and they graze goats and they're very connected to earth. And they are Muslim, and my father is all for all religions, but not for religion actually. He's for spirituality, not for religion that's written. So long story short, there's this 5-year-old little girl, and she's telling everyone about her parents from her past lifetime.
Yeah.
She saw a picture of a woman from her mother, her adopted mother.
Right.
She saw a picture and she goes, "Oh, that's my aunt from my last birth."
Okay.
So back to your question, you're asking how you activate this, right?
Yeah.
So what it is you can do past life regression, which is hypnotherapy.
Okay.
The more you clean your vessel, like if you're eating animals, if you're drinking alcohol, if you're smoking your life away, these things are going to clog your vessel. So if you practice yoga, meditation is a must. Conscious eating. Past life regression.
So past life regression, is that something you go to someone to
Yeah.
do? Or do
You can do yourself. Even Osho has a thing on self-hypnosis. It's amazing. You lie on the floor and you basically, there's so many ways you can activate it. You can either do guided meditations, which I don't really like people to guide me. You can watch the inner energy and things will just take you into different energies when you go so deep.
Right.
Or you'll start to have, like, even when you're awake, you'll be like, have you ever had things that you do and people are like, how did you do that, Steph? And you're like, that's my first time, or I've always wanted to do this, but I'm good at it. How was I good?
Yeah.
This is because you've done these things in past
Sorry.
lives.
That's okay, makes sense.
Like, why do you think you see these children prodigies right now that are like 6 years old?
Yeah.
And they're like little Mozart players.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
Yeah,
that
it's
thing.
because this is a continuation on from the past energy.
Do you think that's our, like, one of our purpose is to find that again? And to act on it?
100%.
Really? And how do you think, have you found that?
Well, yeah.
How do I find that?
You ask yourself, how do you not find that? Hold on. Okay, so you tell me you do all these things, okay? You do your crypto stocks, you design your fashion lines, you sell your real estate, you do this, you do that, all these types of things, you do your yoga. You think these are all just first-time things that all of a sudden pulled your interest or that you're in? How many people do you know in this lifetime can't even find one thing they like doing? So you're asking me how to find things of what your energy is, but you're already doing them. Now the whole secret for you is to know yourself.
Yeah.
Once you know yourself, you're going to know everything about everything. Because then the universe uses you as like a cosmic download from the divine.
I love this. I love this topic.
Do you?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
I find it so fascinating, and like I could listen to it, oh my gosh, can I speak English today?
We both don't speak English. We came here speaking gibberish. Actually, that's one of the highest frequencies is to speak gibberish. Yeah. But actually, we should do one. Like, banana,
Okay. All right, compose, come back, center. Yeah, I could listen to this topic like all day. I could just sit here with you and just want
Stephanie,
to.
I drive you nuts.
Actually, I could probably only have 1 hour. And
That's
it.
not the truth. You gotta tell the truth, yeah.
I mean, there's only so much energy. Yes, and I love being alone.
Tell me about
when
that.
I need to recharge. I love my solitude. Yeah, I love being around other humans and like interacting with you is amazing, obviously. So we'll start here. Hi, Blue.
Oh, hey, Blue.
Oh, hi, Kitty.
Do you think she's beautiful?
She's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yes, gorgeous.
Parent.
What?
Yeah, proud parent.
A proud parent? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Totally. So we wanted to wrap this video up. Oh, hi.
We have no focus, as you can see.
We're here, there, and everywhere.
Everywhere.
So, planets, past life regression.
Do you believe in love?
We are love.
Okay, perfect.
So yes.
Have you unconditionally loved someone this lifetime?
Yes. I've tried. What a beautiful call that bird is making. Isn't it? That's the little guy I was eyeing before. Okay.
Okay.
Love. Unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? Now you're making me think I probably haven't.
No, because I'll tell you why.
Okay, then I haven't. Well, I love okay, you go first.
I'll tell you why. Because I never really unconditionally loved myself until recently. So,
He's beautiful.
yeah, he is.
He has like speckles all over his chest.
He's the special guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
Do you think I unconditionally loved him?
I think so.
I think so.
It's a woodpecker, right? That is a woodpecker.
Oh, hey, cutie. He is gorgeous, Steph.
I know.
Wow, he's pouncing.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Look at his chest.
Wow, Stephanie, every guy would dream of you to say that. She's checking out your chest.
There's beautiful markings. It's like speckled with like a triangle black patch, and then a red circular patch right above. What kind of bird is that? That's definitely a woodpecker. He's so adorable. We love our animals. Nature.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Okay. Here we go.
So, back to love. That bird is just so beautiful.
I know, I'm mesmerized. Mesmerized.
She can't even speak when she sees you. She's speechless. First you're commenting on the chest, then you're speechless, then she can't speak English. That's unconditional love.
That's got my heart, that's for sure.
And you can fly, Stephanie. You want to go to another planet? You don't need any passport or anything.
Take me with him.
Okay, so unconditional love.
Yeah, we're back.
I think I only started being able to love myself unconditionally the last couple of years after I did all the healing. There was a lot of ancestral DNA I had to heal and traumas, things that I had picked up from my childhood, things I had picked up in society, habits I needed to let go, blockages that I didn't even know existed until I did the work. So have I loved anybody unconditionally? Not as of the last couple of years. Now everyone that is in my life and not in my life, I love unconditionally. But I've never had a relationship like that. And my boyfriends, I had some really amazing boyfriends who I believe at their level of where they were back then really loved me unconditionally. More than I think I loved them, because I wasn't capable of loving myself. But I also don't look to love just one person. And you?
About loving one person?
No, just like,
Just in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm working on it. I think I'm, now that you say that, like, that speaks truth, and it makes me rethink my initial answer to your question, and I think that I'm in the process of, I guess you want to call it self-discovery and undoing things.
Unlearning.
Unlearning things so that I can love myself
Mm.
in that unconditional way. And in doing so, then I hope to follow suit and love others in that way too.
Yeah.
And it's a process, I feel. But at least there's recognition of it.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, I think these are the things that we should be taught in school.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never used any of the skills I learned in school. Not yet, but maybe next year I'll learn one of the things I learned in grade 3, grade 7, grade 10.
What the hell did we learn? What is the square root of 4?
Yeah,
I still don't know.
Like, oh, I have 4 boyfriends and I have 4 more.
What about loving, so we're gonna wrap things up. Maybe next time we can talk about loving more than one person at once. I didn't know. I wanted to dive deeper into that, but we'll save that for next time. And thanks for joining us. And we hope to see you soon. Camilla should be here, but she's in the camera.
I decided to change professions. Okay.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.